Malley's is a proud sponsor of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show this week. All you guys need is a little love and a little chocolate this Valentine's Day. Be ready to say the 3 little words that make everyone's day a little better. I got Malley's. From friendship to love to every situationship in between, Malley's has the perfect chocolate to say what you feel. Their famous chocolate-covered strawberries and grapes are back in stores on February 13th and 14th. And the rest of your Valentine's Day favorites, like Gold Cup assortments, foil-wrapped solid chocolate and dark chocolate hearts, peanut butter, caramel, raspberry, and marshmallow-filled hearts, and so much more. They're all in stores and online right now. This Valentine's Day, say it with Malley's. G, you mentioned getting off probation. Well, it came out yesterday, at least was reported yesterday by RMC Sport, one of the biggest news publications in France, that after months of negotiations, the NFL is set to hold its first game ever in Paris at the Stadium of France on October 25th against the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL confirmed today that the Saints will be playing in Paris. Their opponent has yet to be confirmed by the NFL. But according to RMC Sport, one of the biggest French news publications there is, it will be the Cleveland Browns, possibly signaling the end of that probation you just alluded to before. The Browns back on primetime. Bonjour.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Is it prime time, though? I don't think you can call an 11 a.m. game prime
9:30 a.m. Don't give them 11 a.m. It's 9:30.
It's
9:30 kickoff.
Okay, 9:30 a.m. is not prime.
It is a solo one-of-one game. There's no competition. Jay, bonjour. Bonjour. Oui, oui.
We got that Eiffel Tower
To me, it feels like a punishment.
Well, I said last night on our chat, Parisians already think Americans are bumbling fools, and now we're sending them the Browns.
Man,
in case you weren't already clear who we are, here you go.
Man.
I mean, yeah, you want the whole idea of this is you want to introduce good football to Paris and to France, so they like it.
It's unusual, though, that they would make them go overseas in back-to-back years.
Yeah, no, doesn't seem.
Oh, they want to. Oh, they want to go back over there, man. Listen, this is all calculated. Shout out to the syndicate. They took us off probation. They was like, listen, hey, here's what we're gonna do. We started this program. You weren't here when it happened. See, what the NFL understands is the Cleveland Browns will be the most talked about team in the league next year, and they're planning for it. They started the game plan. Well, they could have picked anybody else to put in the Pro Bowl. They could have picked anybody else they wanted to. They put Shedeur Sanders in there. The Cleveland Browns is putting out information. They having them dap up the coach. They coming on there, yeah, bro, we ready. Listen, they understand one thing. This man is selling jerseys out the wazoo. These dudes, they like, listen, I'm going to tell you what. They done looked at the numbers, and it was one thing the NFL as a financial institution understands. Even if Shedeur Sanders is just playing for 2026, one of the things that they're going to look at is, okay, well, how many new people will watch? How many new fans will you bring to the table? How many new people that don't even really watch the NFL will tune in to see what is going to happen? And so when you put them in a Pro Bowl, I'm going to watch the Pro Bowl on Tuesday, and I don't watch the Pro Bowl. They're going to play dodgeball or something, kickball or soccer. I'm going to watch it. There's going to be a lot of people watching it. The Cleveland Browns on the outside, they like, oh, we don't think much of the Cleveland Browns, but the one thing that the numbers won't lie, this is the first domino to fall. You talking about you in France? I expect when the schedule comes out, I asked McNuggets this before. When the schedule comes out, I expect the Cleveland Browns to have 5 games that will either be semi-prime time, which is either like, hey, if it's a 4 o'clock game, whether or not it's going to be a Tuesday or a Thursday game or a Monday night football game. Before this year, they put us on the blacklist. It was the Cleveland Browns are going to play at 1 o'clock games. We're not showing y'all nowhere. And as a matter of fact, y'all going to get the worst broadcasting team. This is the first step in the Cleveland Browns. And by the way, Jay, you said it earlier, the Cleveland Browns will be the most talked about story this offseason when training camp starts. Mark it, book my words. The Cleveland Browns will be the talk. They're the talk of the town now, and we ain't even got to the draft.
Well, they're the talk of this town. I'm not sure they're the talk of the league.
National.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the case. One of the things that you can do to sort of track this is, and I don't, but I know people do. You can look at the national shows and see which ones they're spending a lot of time debating. Obviously, Shedeur Sanders it's a ratings machine. He is polarizing. He's Tim Tebow, part 2. He's polarizing. Again, and like Tebow, through nothing that he's done, it's just he's polarizing. And people care and they want to talk about him. But outside of that, like I can't see the Browns. When you say I say exclusive windows. To me, the exclusive windows are the Sunday night, the Monday night, and the Thursday nights. Those are your 3 weekly exclusive windows. I don't really look at the European games or the international games as exclusive windows because they're being played when literally half the country's in bed. If West Coast people wake up and they go, oh, that's right, there was a game today. Who won? Oh, Carolina. Look at the teams that typically play in those games. Jacksonville gets a couple. You know, they were a mainstay when they were terrible. You know, it tends to be the bad teams. You're punishing one of the teams. One of the teams is losing a home game, and that's revenue.
Is the Browns a home team?
We don't know yet. Okay. We don't know yet. One way or another, one of those two
in
teams.
Paris, they are not. The Saints are the home team in Paris.
We already know that?
Yes, the Saints are the
wow, that's
well,
the Saints
because
are the
you know you're
the
home
NFL
and
has-
away.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you can figure that out by. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, every other year you're going 9 games home, 8 games home. So now the way they can do it is they can make the home team, they can give them that game in one of the years where they have only 8, or they have 9 rather. So they'll still have 8. But to me, the exclusive windows, the league doesn't play around with the exclusive window games. The Thursday games, particularly the Sunday night game. The Sunday night game has become the crown jewel of the schedule. It used to be Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, that was the only truly exclusive window. Now there's 3 of them. The pecking order is NBC on Sunday night. They even late in the season get flex rights. So that is the crown jewel. What do you see on Sunday night? You see Dallas. You see Philadelphia. You see the Giants. You see the NFC East. You see the big markets because they want, and I know Dallas isn't a top 3 market, but they have a top 3 fan base. So it's a safe formula. What they're doing is placing safe bets. What you won't see on a Sunday night is the Raiders and the Saints. Why would you do that? You might throw that. You know, on Thursday night, you tend to see rivalries, conference rivalries. So you'll see the Bengals and the Browns on a Thursday night, but they're not going to waste that on a Sunday night because the Browns are not a proven commodity. It's probably not going to be a very meaningful game. So I disagree with you on the Browns are going to be in 5 exclusive windows next year.
Well, your definitions as a season.
Yours includes a 4 o'clock game. That's not, to me, that's not.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, if you play a West Coast game, you're automatically in a 4 o'clock window.
Anything to me, as a layman, anything past 1 o'clock, because 1 o'clock game, that's bread and butter. Like
There's 8 games to choose from.
Yeah, we did that our whole life. Like every game is 1 o'clock. So anything past
but
that to me.
anytime you play on the West Coast or even the Central Time Zone, you're most likely going to be a 4 o'clock kick.
Yeah.
For the East. So I'd be stunned if when the schedule comes out, we see the Browns on ESPN, NBC, or Amazon.
What is your guess?
I would say 2. I would think that's commensurate with a 4-win team.
I don't know what you get. They don't even make. It used to be every team had to do Thursday.
Yeah, no, they don't
night.
do that. No,
they don't even do that.
No,
anymore.
they don't. But you could see a Browns Bengals or a Browns Steelers early in the season getting a Thursday night game. I can see that.
They try it Thursdays. They try and keep them close.
They do.
Generally, you don't have to fly across the country for a Thursday.
Exactly, because
Atlanta?
of the schedule. If you played the previous
Just the
Sunday and now you're turning around on a short, they're not going to make you play on a Sunday at 1 o'clock and then play in San Francisco on Thursday.
Right,
so those games tend to be regional rivalries, divisional rivalries.
Yep.
I could see the Browns getting a Browns Bengals or a Browns Steelers or maybe even a Browns Ravens.
They got no national games this year, correct? I can't think of one. They were all Sunday 1 kicks. Am I missing anything?
No.
They had the London game.
They did have the London
game.
game.
They had the 2 4 o'clock games.
But they definitely didn't have any Sunday or Monday night.
We was
Thursday
definitely.
There might have been a Thursday. I thought there was a Thursday, but maybe not.
No, there was just the only.
So I think it's
super probation.
I mean, I think you're
it'd
lucky
be
if you
crazy
get,
to go from none to 5.
You'd be lucky to get 1 next
Yeah,
year.
I could see at the most. I could see 2, but I think part of that is what G speaks to. They want good football that America is going to watch. But here's what they also want. They want individuals that America is going to watch. And the one thing that is undeniable about Shedeur Sanders, you can debate his acumen as a quarterback, should he be a starter? You can debate that till the cows come home, and I'm all for that. But the one thing that is not debatable, and we see it with the Pro Bowl putting Shedeur Sanders in the Pro Bowl, and I know it's not a game anymore, and it won't do a good number. Not because Shedeur's, he has nothing to do with it. America's not interested in it. They're just not. They've proven that over the last 10, 15 years. Even when it was a regular football game, they weren't interested. They're going to be even less interested in it with a flag game. But the league is smart enough to know, hey, Shedeur's red hot. He's a lightning rod. That's why I think they might get 1 or 2 national window games. I think when the schedule was made last year, they had no idea what Shedeur Sanders was going to be for the Cleveland Browns.
He wasn't on the
wasn't on the team.
Right,
They had no idea where he was going to go. You couldn't give him scheduling preference. But I do think they might get 1 or 2 this year because Shedeur's going to be a draw. If he's on the field, he's going to be a draw to viewers.
They play. I think it's a wait and see game. Like I think they say, okay, let me put some. It's like this. Let me put some money down real quick. Let me put some money down. Now, if it pay off, we good. Because there's 2 things that's huge. The fact that the Cleveland Browns have a loyal global fan base, right? They're very loyal.
Well, they did. I don't know that they still do, G.
Oh, man. Oh, listen, trust me. I don't know. I'm just little OG Bush. But when it comes to these folks, like the backers unions and people's
I get
all
that.
around the world, the thing about it is, Jay, like even people like you not going to give up on them. Just like your colleagues told you. Like, and you could
beg me to give up on
like they beg you. There's loyal people, and I always.
But don't you feel like Jay says this all the time? We've lost a generation of fans
because
they've been for 30 years. They've been garbage.
Oh, we have.
So I don't think it's as big as it used to be.
The
Steelers have it. The Cowboys have it.
I think there's very few times in your life as a team where you get new people. Like you got who you got. You don't get new fans.
Well, if the Browns won 3 Super Bowls in a row, we'd be picking up all kinds of new fans.
But in this rare case, if you got a bunch of people who don't, I told Jason this, a lot of people don't even watch football, like that'll follow Shedeur Sanders.
This will come as a surprise to you guys, maybe not. There are far more people in the United States of America that do not watch a football game than there are that watch football.
I used to be a manager at DirecTV, and we used to say, my guys, push the DirecTV Sunday ticket just for free. Come on, get them together. And guys would come up. I'd be listening to calls. They'd be like,
gotta watch football.
Sir, I need RFD TV. Do you have the Blaze? I only want to watch the Blaze.
Yeah.
And I don't want a satellite dish on my house. That's what I need the Weather Channel.
I mean, there's 330 million people in this country.
Right.
And what are the ratings for the Super Bowl?
If it does a 50 share, that's half of America. It
Right.
won't do a 50 share.
It won't, right? So
and by the way, what the hell else is on opposite of Sunday Super Bowl? Nobody programs against it.
Right.
So and even on a conference championship weekend, if you add all of the total viewers that watch that game, it's a fraction of American. It just is. Now, if you're looking for what gathers the most moss on a Rolling Stone, it is the NFL.
Yeah.
But we sometimes think that it's the epicenter of our universe, so therefore it must be for everyone else. Now, in certain markets like Cleveland, it's a higher percentage of Clevelanders watch the NFL than, say, folks in Houston.
Right.
Look at Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a perfect example.
Yeah.
It is the second largest city. How many teams have failed in Los Angeles? When the Rams and the Rams have been great. When the Rams and Chargers are relevant out there, there are more people in their stadium rooting for Pittsburgh when Pittsburgh is there than the Rams.
Miami's the same way.
Because we're captive inside for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going outside because it's 8. So let's turn on the Browns. In LA, you know what they're saying?
I'm outside.
I'm not going inside to watch the Rams.
I'm in the street.
I'm in
the club.
I'm going to the beach.
Yeah.
I'm going to do whatever I do.
Plus, they're transient markets where a lot of people move there.
Sure.
And they're not from there.
Tampa is a great example.
Yeah.
McNuggets, how many national TV games?
I think 2. Is probably the right number. I think
1.5 would be the over-under.
Yeah, I would take 2.
Three,
I would take 2.
three and a possible.